So, what is homesickness? Homesickness can arise from a number of different factors: difficulty adjusting to a new environment, feeling lonely or cut off from your regular support system, confusion or problems understanding a new environment, culture, language, a perceived lack of control over what's happening around you, culture shock, and the list goes on. So, homesickness also is an acute form of anxiety or an emotional distress, and it also manifests in many different ways. So, constantly wanting to call up friends or family, comparing everything in your new environment to what's normal for you, and withdrawing from or rejecting the local social life are all common symptoms of homesickness. So, homesickness won't go away overnight. It takes work and effort to get through it, and it can sometimes seem impossible, but it is doable and well worth the trouble. So, once you remove the homesick glasses, you'll be able to see everything around you in a new, more positive light. Each individual has or her own way of overcoming homesickness feelings. But here are a few strategies that can help get those glasses off a little faster. So here are the top ways to reduce homesickness abroad. So just try one or more of these ideas if you find yourself feeling blue and missing home during your time abroad. So number one, connect with others and make new friends. So, making a new friends is the best way to combat homesickness and loneliness. So, a relaxing dinner out with friends can pick up your spirits while getting a better feel for your new surroundings at the same time. So, don't feel shy. I know we are all friendly here, and we are sisters in Christ, so don't feel shy to ask and to make a new friends. So the next is get adopted. So being lonely is a huge part of homesickness. You're far from your family, friends, and usual support network. But just because the people you once relied on are no longer a short drive or walk away, it doesn't mean you can't recreate that same support network in your new country, right? So one of the best ways to do it is to get adopted. Make a close local friend who will invite you to their family functions, will help you when you are feeling most lost and in need, and can be a sympathetic ear when you are having a bad day. So it seems like a best friend also. And you need to talk to others about how you are feeling. So it might seem like you're the only person who isn't immediately enamored with Florence, but the truth is that you are not the first person to feel homesick. So hindi ka nag-iisa. You're likely not even the only one in your program. You might feel a lot of pressure to be positive but about the whole experience, especially if you had high expectations when you arrived, or feel the need to put on a happy face when you talk to folks back at home. But there's no shame in being homesick. It happens to almost everyone, and trying to ignore it will definitely not make it go away. You don't have to move around all the time, but it's perfectly fine to confide in some friends about feelings you may be struggling with. Chances are they're going through a similar process or have experienced something like it in the past and may be able to give you a support you need. So number two is make your new house a home. So humans are creatures of habit, and undergoing drastic changes in our routines can be anxiety producing. So while you can't bring all your stuffs, belongings from home abroad with you, hindi naman talaga natin madadala lahat yung mga gamit natin papunta dito kasi nag-work lang tayo. So you can turn your workspace and your home space into something that's more comfortable for you, will improve your feeling of control over your environment. So spend a little time and money making your home a place you're excited to come back to every day. So sa atin is kwarto lang. Kung may sarili kang kwarto, pwede kang mag-decorate at maglagay ng picture frame sa pamilya mo at sa mga loved ones mo para inspired ka din. So pagpagod ka all day maghapon, so pagpasok mo ng kwarto nakikita mo sila, so parang na-inspired ka din. So if you are not the home improvement type also, you can always seek out a nearby space that provides the sense of comfort and familiarity. So a library, cafe, music avenue, park, or anywhere else that makes you feel more at home. He is focused on self-care. So this is number three. So keep up your habits. So a lot of things change when you move abroad, but everything doesn't have to change. So maintaining a favorite sport or activity help bring balance and routine back to your daily life, and can make new spaces feel a little more familiar and welcoming. So keeping up with a book club, kung mahilig kang magbasa. Marami din dito mga library na pwede kang hiram ng maraming books. So, going rock climbing, hiking. So, maraming mga hiking trails dito. Pwede mo siyang i-maintain every off kung may time ka. So, activities like this are important part of your normal life. So, don't feel like you have to give them up. There are probably people doing the same activities in your new location. So, do a little research to find them, and you might even end up making a new friends. And the next one is create a routine. So, figure out what you are going to do as a daily and weekly routine. So, sa atin, and then exercise regularly. So, this is also a part of self-care. So, exercise mood, which isn't helpful if you already feel less than great. So, it might take a few weeks for you to get oriented to your new space. But once you start figuring out where things are, try to come up with a plan that allows you to get some exercise and fresh air every day. Go for a daily runs or hiking or walking, commute to class by bike, or just try to walk as much possible. So whatever, prepare but make an effort to create healthy habits. So your body will be happier, and endorphins are biologically programmed to make you feel better. And then the next one is mind your diet. So on the note of healthy habits, try to be aware of what you are putting into your body as well. So of course, one of the main appeals of living in a new place is investigating all the new tasty food. And you should absolutely take advantage of opportunities to try new dishes and flavors. So pag nandito ka na, makatry ka ng kumain ng mga Chinese food every day. So yan naman yung mga niluluto mo araw-araw sa mga employers mo. So still moving abroad isn't an excuse to eat fried food 3 times a day. Or worse, to resort to typical fast food like what you have find at home. So negative feelings also like homesickness and loneliness can often manifest in unhealthy eating habits like craving sugar all the time or overeating. So if you notice yourself sliding into these kinds of habits, it's time to take charge of the situation. So make sure you're getting enough fruits, veggies, and other vitamins-packed foods every day. This can also be a great excuse to get out and explore new places to eat or to improve your cooking skills. And then you have to schedule some me time. So it's not a good idea to hide from your problems, but 30 minutes of pure alone time in a calming environment can be very helpful. So try to find an empty room. So if you are living in a student housing or with a family, dim the lights, close your eyes, and just breathe deeply and relax. So taking this type of break can be very calming. And then learn something new. Research has shown absent-mindedness is common in those with homesickness. So studying a topic or learning every day will keep your mind active. So no better time than this to start learning a new language. So after all, you're here to immerse yourself in this new culture. And then do something you love. So if you had a hobbies back home, so you can continue doing it in abroad. So there's a lot of way to do something you love, so you can have something to look forward every week. So work on positive thinking every day. So if you are feeling grumpy all the time, try carrying around a little notebook where you write down one nice thing every day. So keeping a record of things that make you smile will prove you with incontestable proof that there are positive aspects to where you live. So the next time you feel like everything is terrible, all you have to do is look at your notebook or camera to prove to yourself that plenty of things are actually pretty great. Number 4, immerse yourself in your new country. So overexpose yourself. So if there are issues that are causing homesickness, consider exposing yourself to them until you have habituated to what they feel like. For example, if crowded markets are overwhelming, then spend a lot of time there until you feel more relaxed. Especially if you are in a rural area, it will have the double effect of exposing you to your surroundings while letting your surroundings know who you are too. And make a bucket list for exploring your new countries. So do a little research about where you are living and find the places you absolutely have to explore. So this will give you something fun to do and keep you focused on the next adventures where you are instead of dwelling on what's happening at home. And then try local food. So this is the best part of exploring. So finding food that you enjoy right away will ensure that you always know what to order and where. And though it's comforting to eat some familiar foods every once in a while, it's better to rip the band-aid off sooner rather than later, and to be present in your new host nation physically, mentally, and even gastronomically. And the next one is take a break from social media. So here's this thing called FOMO, fear of missing out. So while abroad is a real thing and it can be brutal, social media has made it easier than ever to keep track of what everyone's doing, or at least what they want you to see. So limit yourself to a certain amount of time on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and try to make sure you are contributing as much as you are consuming. And the last one is access helpful resources if needed. So consider trying to spend some time engaging in mindfulness activities to get in touch with yourself. So meditation and journaling in moments allow you to examine your feelings and might help you better understand your thoughts and reactions to new situations. So seeking help from a family and a friends can certainly provide a friendly ear and shoulder to lean on, so don't feel like embarrassed to ask for them help or advice. And above all, be kind to yourself. So be kind to yourself and then let your kindness fill the world.